Boris Johnson has slapped down the SNP's Ian Blackford over calls for the UK government to abandon all checks for Ukrainians fleeing the Russian invasion. Boris Johnson has refused demands from the SNP in Parliament to waive all immigration checks for people fleeing the war in Ukraine. SNP Westminster leader Ian Blackford called on the UK to copy EU moves to waive all border checks for Ukrainians. Mr. Johnson told MPs that the UK government had adopted a humanitarian approach but would not be abandoning all checks. Mr. Blackford asked the Prime Minister, "This is a moment for Europe to stand united in the face of Putin's war. The EU have acted and waived all visa requirements for Ukrainian refugees. The UK government stands alone in our continent in so far refusing to do the same." Nicola Sturgeon, Scotland's First Minister, has made clear our country stands ready to open our borders and our hearts to the people of Ukraine, but the UK government must bring down the barriers. Will the Prime Minister join with our European partners and waive all visa requirements for the people of Ukraine who are fleeing war? Mr. Johnson replied, "The EU already, because of its Schengen border-free zone, has its own arrangements with Ukraine. They differed for a long time from those of the UK. But what we do have is a plan to be as generous as we possibly can to the people of Ukraine, and the numbers that will come just under our family reunion scheme could be in the hundreds of thousands, to say nothing of the special new path that we're opening up for those coming, the humanitarian path that is also uncapped. What we want to do is simply abandon all checks. We don't think that is sensible, particularly in view of the security concerns. The reasonable security concerns about people coming from that theatre of war." Mr. Blackford earlier told Parliament that to prosecute Putin and his regime the full range of war crime charges need to be used, including the crime of aggression by a state. He said, "With every passing hour the world is witnessing the horrors of Putin's war in Ukraine. These are war crimes happening in Europe right now. Vladimir Putin is a war criminal, and one day soon Putin must face justice in The Hague."